Hey, howdy, hey y'all, Leanna here. Today is another collab video with Dion from Dion Loves Makeup. Dion suggested about a month ago that we do another collab where we talk about what the beauty community should have told us sooner. With both of us being mature women and being on this makeup journey, we've learned a few things along the way, and Dion thought it would be fun to share those things with you. So I have nothing to show you. I am not going to be putting on any makeup. This is just going to be a rambling video, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on this topic. I will probably be all over the place, as y'all know I normally am. So I have been wearing makeup probably since I was 14, and I'm 57. But the only makeup that I really wore was eyeshadow and mascara. I never really got into the blush and the foundation, bronzer, contour, lipstick. I didn't like any of those things. I didn't like how they felt on my face. I just wasn't into all of that. I loved my eyeshadow, and to this day, eyeshadow is my absolute favorite thing. I always was told most of my life that my eyes were my best feature, so I always took the time to dress those up with eyeshadow and mascara and eyeliner. So one of the things, not so much for me, but for you, one of the things that I wish that the beauty community would tell people a little bit sooner is you don't have to do all the things. You don't have to put on foundation and concealer and contour and bronzer and blush and highlight and setting powder and setting spray and you absolutely do not have to do all of those things to be perfectly beautiful. It is absolutely not necessary. Just like right now. You see my face? I do not have on any foundation. I just got home from work maybe about an hour ago. I have on the makeup that I put on this morning when I went to work. I put on a little bit of bronzer. I put on a little bit of blush. I do not have on any foundation, no setting spray. I did put on just a tad of highlighter because I like it. As you can see where it has worn off, I did not touch it up. I did not put on anything to get rid of the shiny because my skin is oily. I did not touch up my eyes. You can see right here around my eyes where my eyes have been watering through the day, and I've been doing this because we're going into spring and my allergies are starting to get to me, and you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I do those things more often now. I don't do them all, but I do have a more intense beauty routine now when I get ready to go to work or get ready to go somewhere. Not so much because I'm concerned about what other people think about how I look, but because I enjoy the process. It makes me feel good, and that's what it's all about for me. That is what makeup and skincare is 100% about for me, is how it makes me feel. It causes this feeling in me, this undescribable feeling, where I am taking care of myself. I'm actually looking at myself and looking at my face and looking at all of my wrinkles and crinkles and texture and pores, and I'm noticing that and I'm accepting it, and I'm putting my makeup on anyway. So that's the first thing. You don't have to have all of those things. And I wish that the beauty community I feel like that it happens more often with more mature beauty channels, but I wish some of the younger channels would be a little bit more open to that and letting the younger girls know that you don't have to have all of that stuff to be beautiful. One of the other things that I wish that the beauty community would have told us or would stop doing is saying that you have to do this or you have to do that, like with brushes. You don't have to use a foundation brush for liquid foundation. You can use it for powder foundation. You can use it to dust away fallout. You can use any brush you want, however you want to use it. And actually, I think that you will use that brush better because you're using it how you want to. It will perform better for you because you're using it how you want to. Also, I think that one of the best tools that you can use to put your makeup on is your fingers. Whether you're putting on eyeshadow, putting on your foundation or concealer, blush, bronzer, you can do all of that with your fingers. And I know that most of y'all know that, but again, I'm not so sure that some of the younger crowd know that you don't have to have all the tools and the latest and greatest and all of that. There are some really good brushes and things that you can get that are very cheap, and your fingers are free and you have more control over those. I'm the kind of person that when you tell me that I shouldn't do something when it comes to makeup and skincare, or I can't, I'm pretty much gonna rebel and try to prove you wrong and do things how I want to do, because you're not the boss of me. So, but I believed for a long time that an older woman could not wear shimmer eyeshadow, which is absolutely incorrect. I cannot tell you how shocked I was the first time that I was like, I'm just going to try the shimmer and see what happens. And it looked really nice. And I was like, I got shimmer on now. I was like, who knew? You don't have to be 30 to wear shimmer. You can wear shimmer 50, 60, 70, 100 if you want to. Even if it looks horrible. If you think it looks good, if it makes you feel good, then you absolutely need to go for it. I really started getting into the skincare and makeup journey now about a year and a half, maybe close to 2 years ago. Before that, like I said, no foundation, no blush, no bronzer, no this, no that, no skincare whatsoever. I did put on my eyeshadow and I put on my mascara, and sometimes I wore a liner, but it was all mattes. I didn't do any shimmer at all. So shimmers, you can do shimmers anytime, any age, any color, you can do it. Also, don't let anybody tell you that you can't wear this color or you can't wear that color, or when you get to be 60 you can't wear blue anymore, or after Memorial Day, you can't do white, or is that Labor Day? I don't know. You do you. You wear whatever makes you feel good. Powder foundation. That was another one. When you're over a certain age, you can't wear powder foundation. And if I have done nothing else on my YouTube channel, I have dispelled that myth, because I wear powder foundation almost every day. I have done several videos of me using a powder foundation. The comments that I have received have been all positive, that it looked fine. It looked fine to me, but y'all noticed that it looked fine. You absolutely can wear powder foundation. It's all in how you apply it. The other thing is when to put the powder on, when to put the setting powder on, when to put the setting spray, when to use a finishing powder. You do not have to do any of those steps in any particular order. Of course, you are going to want to put your face primer on first. But if you want to, I put my primer on. Sometimes I will set my primer with a setting powder. Sometimes I don't. It's just how I'm feeling for that day. And then you can put down your blush and put your bronzer over top of it, or put your highlighter down first. You do not have to follow a certain order to put your makeup on. You need to figure out what order works best for you. In one of my powdered foundation videos, I put down my primer, I put down a setting powder, I put down the powdered foundation, I sprayed it with a setting spray. I put setting powder over it and then tapped a wet sponge over it with more setting spray. That's how I do it. There's a lot of people that don't do that, and that's okay. Everybody needs to figure out what works best for them, and that's another thing that I wish more beauty channels would talk about is this product might work exceptionally well for me. It may not work for you because we are all different. Our skin types are different. Our chemistry is different. Products are going to react differently on my skin than they're going to act on yours. And sometimes, unfortunately, you just have to test products out to see how they perform with your skin tone, with your skin chemistry, whether you have dry skin or oily combination. You have to figure all of that out, which sometimes can be a little costly because you'll buy a product and then, yeah, that doesn't work so well. Skincare. I touched on this the other day too, that, you really have to figure out which skin products go together. Some products do not go well together. When I first started my learning about my skincare regimen and the different products would pill, I was like, what is that? What is happening? I had no clue because a lot of people don't talk about that. But when you put a product on top of another, they talk all about layering. Layer, layer, layer. But you have to know what to layer and how to layer it, or it pills. It rolls up into little balls and will, come off your face, and that's not doing you any good. If it's not on your face, it's not helping you. So learning how to figure out which products go together and how to layer them, and that pilling is a sure sign that you have put 2 products together, or 3 or 6 that don't work together, and you don't need 15 different products. You need to, I feel, because you do what you want to do, but I feel that, less is more sometimes. Something simple. And a lot of times, too, people will stick to things that are simple because if it's really hard and complicated, nobody's going to stick to it. There are several YouTube channels that focus on all natural products that you create in your kitchen, and those women have beautiful skin. So think about what our grandmothers used to do when they were doing their skincare. A lot of times they made their products right in their kitchen. A lot of brands were made in somebody's kitchen. And of course, then there's your skin tone, how to figure out your skin tone, which can be very complicated, but it does kind of help you to know what shade of foundation to get, or possibly what type of, or what shade of bronzer to use or blush to use. I normally look at a blush color and go, oh, that's pretty. I want to try that. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. There's also other things that you can do, like finding a method of how to put your eyeshadow on to go along with the shape of your eye that enhances how your eyes look, or you know, exactly how to do a cut crease. There's lots of good channels that do talk about that as well. Not a lot so much for like hooded eyes. I have hooded eyes, or mature women that have more wrinkled skin. But sometimes some of those things are things that you just need to sit down in front of a mirror with your makeup. That's why at the end of every video I tell you, pull your makeup out and play with it. You just need to sit down with your makeup and figure it out, because it washes off. It all washes off. You can do anything you want to do. Try anything you want to try and it will wash off. The other day, my daughter calls me on the nights that she works. She works third shift. And she will video chat with me while she puts her makeup on. And the other night she got a new palette and she called me and she wanted to do a palette bingo. She had never done anything like that. And I pulled some numbers for her and the color choices were absolutely horrible. And she put all of those on and it looked terrible. And you know what she did? She wiped it off. No harm, no foul. This is how you learn, and this is how you learn what colors go together. Because a lot of people don't talk about that either. But actually, and you know, being an artist, I have a color wheel. I know all about the color wheel. And if you actually got a color wheel and learned how all of those colors go together, then that would kind of help you. But really, you know, if you want to wear a baby blue with a bright orange and a teal with a touch of red and it makes you feel good, then do it. Do it. That is the most important thing. Is that really, there really are no rules in makeup. You can do whatever you want to do. The only person that you need to be impressing is yourself. If it makes you feel good, then do it. You know that whole song, if it makes you happy, do it. That's the most important thing. And one of the other big things too that I wish more beauty channels would talk about, is you don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to. You're beautiful without the makeup. Makeup is meant to enhance your natural beauty. It doesn't make you beautiful. It makes you feel beautiful. It makes me feel beautiful. I like to put it on because I like that I'm painting my face. For me, it's a whole artistic, meditative thing. I just love it. You know, it's like playing dress up. It's like I'm a 5-year-old girl, and I play dress up every day when I put my makeup on. I love it. It's so much fun. But you don't have to. You're gorgeous without makeup. You don't have to put on makeup. So the best thing that you can do to be your most beautiful self is just to be you. I have rambled long enough. I have no idea if this is even what Dion's vision was, but this is my interpretation of her vision. And so thank you, Dion, for asking me to do yet another collab with you. I will have Dion's video listed down below so that you can go see, what did she do? Did she put on makeup? What did she talk about? What things does she wish that people had have taught her or told her earlier in her makeup journey? Because she's a very beautiful lady and very knowledgeable about makeup. So thank you, Dion, for asking me to collab with you again. So let's head on over to Dion's channel. I'm sure she has a whole lot more wisdom to give you than I did, since all I did was ramble. But I do have a piece of advice for you before you go visit with Dion. Pull out your chapstick. Put it on and head on over to Troll Nation. If you enjoyed my rambling crazy video, show that like button some love. And as always, I'd like to remind you, once again, that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age and any size. And I truly, truly, truly do believe that. Find something to be grateful for today. Pull your makeup out and play with it. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Christopher, you don't have to ever answer this question, because since I started my YouTube channel, on 99% of my videos, I have given you a beauty tip so that you have all the answers and should absolutely be a beauty expert that goes fishing. You're welcome. Mama loves you, boo.